Transmitting live from Planet X. It's the Live from Planet X podcast. I'm your host, Zaire, the Planet X ambassador. Tonight's special guest, a hip-hop historian, radio personality, event coordinator, Anthony Chen, aka All Mentals, with us here tonight. So break out your Adidas, bust out your hip-hop memorabilia, make sure you got your ingredients right, do whatever you gotta do. Just make sure you keep it locked to the Live from Planet X podcast. Let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Live from Planet X podcast. Tonight's special guest is a hip-hop historian, a hip-hop connoisseur. He's a radio personality and event coordinator. He has his undergraduate degree in history and mass communication and his master's in public administration from Kean University. Tonight, Anthony Chen, aka All Mental, is with us here tonight. Welcome, my brother.
Welcome. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? How's everything? How are you?
Yo, just maintaining live on Planet X, you know what I'm saying? Blessed, highly favored, just taking it day by day. I woke up today. Today's a good day.
That's what's up, man. Every day you wake up above ground, it is a beautiful day, and that's the blessing.
Word up, word up. Yo, tonight I'm gonna go ahead.
It's up to us as individuals to make our lives better every day. We got the opportunity to do something. Let's make it happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love that, man. Hey, tonight I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna take off my hat. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna put on my fresh cap. Tonight's episode is sponsored by my man Rule Jacobs, aka Rags. Get all your dope gear at www.respectmyfresh.com, and that's respect with a K. Respectmyfresh.com. So, Ant, man, yo, welcome to the Live from Planet X podcast. Yo, I know you're like a crazy hip hop head, man. I be checking out, you know what I'm saying, your posts and your pictures, man. You be like, it's like a who's who of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And underground hip hop of people that you meet and are fortunate and blessed to come across, man. So, but I want to know, what was your first hip hop memory that you can remember? Like, what was the moment where you discovered hip hop?
Wow, man. Like I said, it's been around me all my life. Like I said, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I grew up in New Jersey. I grew up in Mattawan, New Jersey. And later, when I went for college, I moved to Elizabeth, New Jersey by Kane. My first memories of hip hop were just like, wow, just listening to the radio as a young kid. Like, I just always had this fascination with the culture and with music.
Right.
How can I just say my first experience, honestly, was actually LL Cool J and the song Radio. And what I mean by this is, I was just like, I've always been intrigued. At one time I tried to rhyme, but I was no good. So, but it's in my family. My cousin is Webified from P.O. Dub, and my other cousin, Vinyl Richie, he was actually Rhyme Fest tour DJ. And then my other cousin, John, he actually does, when I was doing my hip hop events and shows, he's going to do all my flyers. My cousin
Hold up. Did I hear you right? Did you say Lionel Richie?
Vinyl Richie, V-I-N-Y.
Vinyl, okay, I was about to say, yo, Vinyl Richie, I think I've heard that name before, yo.
Nah.
Real.
But what it is though is that at the time when I tried rhyming, I was no good at it. But I said that in this culture, there's something for everybody. So as I got older and I found that I liked radio, and I always wanted to get my own radio or television show. When I went off to college at Kane, that's when I got involved in the radio, WKNJ 90.3 FM at Kane University. And that's when I was like, I like the underground hip hop scene, and that's how I got involved in there.
Dope, man. You must be psychic, man, because that was one of my questions. I had a question, yo, have you ever tried to rhyme before? You ever tried to make beats before? Like beats, production?
Beats that I've done before. That I have done. But again, my heart wasn't into it. So that's when I was like, I got to find out what I'm good at, and you have to use the tools and the skills that you have.
True.
And I do DJ a little bit. I'm not no expert. I'm no great, fascinating DJ. But I just like to know what's going on. You understand what I mean?
Right. Dope, man. Yo, man. Well, yo, you're like a very hip hop
person, like you love the culture so much, and I've seen you've done so many different events and shows. Like, what was your first like show with like or event that you coordinated with like some artists that we might know of? Like any major artists or?
The first show that I ever did was January 24th, 2007. Because when I had the radio show, a lot of independent artists would come and be like, you know, if anybody who's doing shows or events and blah, blah, blah. And I knew a few people, I would put them on to open mics that I heard about or events. But then I was like, let me try to see if I could throw an event myself. And always whenever you're throwing an event the first time, you're always going to have mistakes and blunders. Just hopefully the public doesn't see it, but you know what goes on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
the first show I threw, it had these were when these guys were more underground and independent, but now they've established themselves with some names. I did a show, and some of these guys went on to do other stuff. Like some of them they're still doing the independent circuit, still touring overseas. I had Emilio Rojas, who was actually on Joel Ortiz's album, Cy Martial Law, who did a track with KRS-One, who toured Europe, and he's done the United States. Silent Night, and both Silent Martial Law and Silent Night both did the Raucous 50 when Raucous Records was doing their comeback. It's the Raucous 50. And I'm not sure if you watched the television show Wildin' Out on MTV, on MTV with Nick Cannon.
Oh yeah.
The girl with the red hair, Justina Valentin.
Right.
The first show I threw, she was in.
Ah, dope.
And it's just, I like when I see people progress and do well, and it's like, wow, I remembered her when. And then I also did shows with Homeboy Sandman, and then one of my DJs from my first show, DJ Absurd, who does the Edge of the Streets podcast, him and I, we became very good friends. And what happened turned out we had the same birthday. And we were like, we got to do a birthday bash every year. And every year we do our birthday bash, we have different artists come out and perform. We just had Master Ace at our birthday bashes, Keith Murray, Large Professor, and we get to the ground independent artists like Homeboy Sandman, Cy Martial Law, and it's always just a good time every year.
That's what's up, man. Yo, shout out to all them artists you just mentioned, man. Yo, when's your birthday?
My birthday is July 26th. I'm a Leo.
Okay. I'm June 28th. Okay, all right, that's what's up. Yo, but I'm gonna remember that date, man, July 26th. You think you throw something next year in the future, Lord willing?
Hopefully, if everything goes well, because you see, COVID shut down a lot of stuff, and the goal was for us, we were gonna do something this year, but as you see with COVID, but the main thing is, as long as we're alive to celebrate every year, that's a blessing.
That's what's up, man. Yo, and you living in the Mecca, like I know earlier today you was just at a show in Washington Park?
Yes.
Yo, what was going on out there tonight?
But when I got there, because my homeboy's face, I saw him on Facebook. My man lives out in Jersey. As you know, New York and New Jersey are right next to each other. He's not deep in Jersey. So I seen him on Facebook. I'm like, yo, homie, you in Manhattan? You ain't hit me up. He's like, I'm about to call you now. So we in Washington Square Park. Me and some of the homies in Jersey, they had a show, and a gentleman who threw the event. I just got the gentleman's contact information, so I really can't remember his name. But because when we were building, a very nice brother, and he was basically saying how they wanted to do an event, but with COVID again shut everything down. But when they were able to do outdoor events again, they did something out there today in Washington Square Park, and there was one gentleman on.
It's okay, Anthony. I know you're still there. Seems like maybe a little, the phone had broke up just for a second. Maybe it recorded right, but there was a little chop out there. But we missed maybe 5-10 seconds of what you were saying right before it came back.
Oh, well, for those who might not hear how it's because of the phone got choppy. Long story short, though, when we were in Washington Square Park, the homie Face hit me up from Jersey. Said he was in Washington Square Park. No, I saw him on Facebook in a picture, and I was like, yo, you might hit me up. What's going on? He's like, nah, man, I'm about to call you. You're in Washington Square Park. Let's get up. So I went down and shot to the homie Face, shot to Fatboy Sharif, and a producer by the name of Ropa. Their album comes out tomorrow, by the way. With that being said, though, there was one gentleman that was there under MPC. I can't remember his name because I just met him, and I came here because I remembered I had my interview with you because, you know, I try to always be a man of my word. So that's when I forgot homeboy's name, but I got his information. But I'll definitely let you know, we'll promote that kid. The beat was fire.
That's
so,
what's up. Yo,
again.
I had to run off cam.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just to get mine.
Oh, nice. You're a producer as well. Nice.
Oh, yes, son. You ain't know what?
Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, brother, the beats that this kid was making was so dope. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I've been at the beat making game since like '93.
Oh wow, nice.
I think I know what I'm doing a little bit.
I agree. I hope so by now, because 93, that's over 27 years now, brother. You better know what you're doing.
Yeah. I get busy. I get busy from time to time.
So when I heard the kid's beat, I said, I'm not even an MC, but they want me to get the notebook and start writing rhymes.
That's dope. Yo, you gotta get that kid's name, man.
I got it in the phone, but I just can't remember it right now. But we're gonna definitely promote the kid, the young man. He was dope.
Yeah, man, and I know you're up there like in the midst of everything, man. You know, you're like in the mecca around everything that's popping all the time. So that's real dope. Even though we're going through COVID-19 right now, and everybody got to be safe and be careful. But shoot, man, I would like, you know, Lord willing, if possible, I'd like to like get together like some beat snippets and slide them to you, and maybe you might know some people looking for some beats, and maybe we can connect and network and make something happen. I ain't trying to hit nobody over the head for the price of beats. I'm the type of dude, me and my brother, man, we might give you a beat for free. You know what I'm saying? Just give us some credit and a little bit of royalties, publishing or whatever, and just make some stuff happen, because we got some hot beats too.
No doubt, we could definitely make that happen and see what we can do and get it working.
And you know what? Word is bond. You know, if we could sell some beats, shoot, I'll give you a finder's fee. I'll give you a cut.
Oh, perfect. Thanks. We could definitely we can make something happen with that.
True that. Now, I know, man, you come across a lot of people, man. Who was an artist that you met where you was just like, oh snap, like you couldn't believe you was meeting them? Because you come across so many, so I know there's a bunch.
When I see some of my favorite art from when I met Cool Herc, who was actually one of the coolest, most that's the father of the culture. From meeting Cool Herc to meeting Keith Redman, Keith Murray, EPMD, Master A.
What? Man, say EPMD.
Yep. Raekwon.
You know I gotta put him on the screen.
Yep.
Get your joints. Limited edition EPMD Ewans.
But honestly, the person who I'm feeling who I always feel, and he's still the humblest to every time I meet him, was DJ Premier.
Dope. Never met DJ Premier.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sure it's recorded. Sometimes, I'm here. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm definitely here. Sometimes it gets chopped up, but I know it'll be recording right. You know what I'm saying?
Rob?
Yeah, I'm here, son. So check it out, yo. Hold up. Yo, we're gonna pause it right there. Y'all come back. Check the episode on YouTube. Be up soon.
Just 1 second, bro. I just gotta flip over this chicken.
Take your time, bro. My man's going to cooking. Yeah, man, I see you be cooking too, man. You always be posting them good looking plates.
Yep.
Shoot, man, what you got in the side dishes? What you cooking with that chicken?
You know, I'm make some green beans and some rice, you know what I'm saying? Some fresh green beans with some rice, you know what I mean? Oh, got some up to temperature. Hold up.
Man, eating good over there.
Good. Now we got it. Yeah, man, but that's really what it's about, brother. I tell that to everybody. You just gotta be the best human being that you can be and do what you gotta do to survive out here in this crazy world.
Yo, I know you. I see you be cooking. You be posting in place. Yo, you know what I think would be dope? You might think I'm crazy, but you know what I think would be dope? Yo, what if you did like a YouTube show, like a show you showing your recipes and cooking?
That ain't a bad idea. I might do that.
That'd be dope. And then keep it hip hop too. You know, have some hip hop music playing in the background.
Yep. But yeah, and you had asked me before, who I feel like when I meet DJ Premier is the one person who, when I first met him back for the first time in 2006 or 7 it was, he was the nicest, coolest dude, and still down and so down to earth.
Right.
And it's like, and when you talk to him, it's like, wow, him. And also another cool person I met was DMC. My first conversation with DMC was I met DMC a few times. We came to the EO Dub. Shout out EO Dub.
DMC. R.I.P. Master J.
Yeah, EO Dub was the longest running open mic in New York City. And I met him when they used to do the open mics at Club Pyramid. And while I was up there at Club Pyramid, and I'm there, and I'm hanging out with my homeboy Short Dog, and Short Dog had his back, so I'm talking to Short Dog, and then coming up, I'm like, yo, it's DMC coming down. Oh shoot! He just pulled up that night. It was unplanned that night. He just came through because he heard there was some real good hip hop in there, and he was so cool and down to earth, man. That's the first time I met him that night. Then I ran into him up at SOB's in New York City. There was a show or something going on back in 2012 again. And then we were just chopping and talking about, we were even talking about hip hop. We were just talking about life in general. We were talking about how MySpace, because the MC, the host of the night, shouted out MySpace. He said, and then tell the people, like, I guess when the artist perform, tell them where, like, your social media, MySpace. And we laughed. We said that MySpace is now a graveyard. Who goes on MySpace anymore? We started laughing. And then we were even talking about the layout of SOB's, the infrastructure of the club. And then at the end of the conversation, I was like, wow, I never thought I'd ever be talking to you about the infrastructure of a nightclub if I ever met you. He said, why did you even think that? No, because, you know, a lot of times, but you got to remember that a lot of these artists are human beings just like you and I.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people forget that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Whoever I meet, I'm always happy because that's why I took pictures with them. So like, oh, wow. But I got to remember that human beings just like us, you know, at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Shout out to DJ Premier, man. Iconic hip hop.
Premier is the greatest hip hop producer of all time, in my opinion. I've gotten into arguments and debates over that, and I make bold statements. You might have seen some of my bold statements on Facebook, as I even said in one statement. As I even said it today. I respect No Limit, the business model, and the way they got they made the deal, distribution with Priority Records. But as far and some of their production, No Limit, what I could deal with, it was alright. But lyrically, that whole roster was trash. And I'll say it right now. And I'll say this: I've seen Silk the Shocker interview. I think he's cool. He's charismatic. He seems like a nice guy, and you know, and he has that charisma to him. Like I said, that swagger. But again, he was the worst rapper I ever heard. I keep it 100. He shocked me with how bad the lyrics were. That's
no doubt.
Silk the Shocker. He was trash.
No doubt, man. You know, everybody has their own opinion. You know, I'm not here to bash anybody, but you got to respect what Master P did.
Exactly. Like I said, I respect.
And you know, I like a lot of his songs, yo. Mia X and you know, Silk Shocker is dope. You know, somewhat too. You know, he not really like my type of artist where I ain't bashing nobody, but hey, that man put music out and did his thing, and I respect anybody just doing their thing.
But it goes to show when you.
Because I mean, there's a lot of new music out now that I just. There's so many. I mean, a lot of new artists out now. Some of the new wave style stuff. I mean, I'm with some of it, but some of the stuff is just I just can't get with. So believe me, I know where you're coming from.
Yep. And even some of the newer artists I do like. As I said, I like the ASAP Mob. I rock with ASAP Mob. I think with Kendrick and J. Cole, I think that they're talented. I respect their talent and I see their skills. But they're a breath of fresh air for our top 40 radio today. Because a lot of times, but I think there's so many other artists independently, you know, on the underground who I think would put them to shreds lyrically. But I do respect J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, their talent, A$AP Rocky, even Drake. I respect Drake. I mean, do I think that he's this top tier lyricist? No, but I like to make good music. Even Rick Ross, believe it or not.
Exactly. Rick Ross is dope.
Again, I'm no Rick Ross fan, but he makes good songs. You know what I mean? And you gotta be like, alright, you know what? I can get to this. It's catchy. I can rock with it.
Right. Hell yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Good music is good music. Whack
Exactly.
is whack. Whack is whack. So, you know, that's just the nature of the game, man. Hip hop. You know, and I like to try my best to capture moments in music. I rhyme myself. Working on a lot of stuff lately. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I really like the fact that I'm independent because I'm like on my own time schedule doing stuff, and I'm my worst critic. But yeah, man, shoot, I try my best. You know, I'm from Jersey. I know you from Jersey. You know, like at one point in time, you lived in Jersey. You actually know my cousin Stan, aka Nut.
Yo, shout out to Stan, man. He always used to have my hairline looking sharp.
Yeah, man, yo, Stan used to cut my hair back in the day, in the 80s. Yo, but I can't wait to get another dope haircut from Stan, man. Like, Stan had my waves. I let him put some lines up in it, maybe give me a hook, maybe draw something, give me something fresh. But yeah, that's coming soon. But yeah, my cousin Stanley, man, he was a real big influence of hip hop on me and my brother back in the day, man. Like, I remember him putting us on to like KRS-One when BDP came out, and KRS-One and like X Clan. He put us on the X Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers, and all that. Yo, well, like,
speaking of which, that you mentioned these conscious groups, that's what hip hop is missing in the mainstream.
word.
Missing groups like Poor Righteous Teachers, KRS-One, X Clan, Public Enemy. A lot of times you see people on social media talking about a movement, but like I said, Poor Righteous, and the Village Voice even said this, Poor Righteous Teachers, they don't fight the power, they are the power. That's the conscious movement. You gotta stand on they still on the front line. Many people got their styles influenced from the Poor Righteous Teachers.
Rock this funky joint.
Of course, Shakira, all of that. That was my shit.
Word.
Nobody
Yeah, man, so-
get heard.
Yeah, man, I know you're just a little bit younger than me, man, but we definitely from the same era. Yo, and yo, you bigged up DJ Premier, mentioned artists in the Def Squad like Redman and Keith Murray. Yo, I love Eric Sermon. Yo, to me, Eric Sermon is like my favorite producer. You know, I always defend Eric Sermon. Yo, people be like Dr. Dre, DJ Premier, RZA. But yeah, my favorite producers are like Eric Sermon, the RZA, Havoc.
Of course.
Oh man, who else? My big brother, Fontaine.
And I like
DJ Muggs.
Muggs from Stanford still is awesome.
Yeah, DJ Muggs is crazy dope. And a bunch that I'm forgetting right now. I'll fill them in later. But man, like, who is some of your top 5 producers and like top 5 MCs?
Alright, if I had to give a top 5 producers,
We're not even gonna do the top 10. That's played out. We're gonna do the top 5.
Well, number 1 is DJ Premier. Plain and simple for a producer. Number 2,
Knots. I'm starting to bring out some. Go ahead, my bad.
Number 2, I have to give it up to the RZA. Because I'm a Woo baby. I love those Woo records. Number 3, Eric Sermon. Number 4, DJ Muggs. And then number 5, I'm actually giving you 6, but it's hard to put them in the top 5. It's either Prince Paul or Easy Moby. That they fight for the number 5 spot.
Ooh, Easy Moby is crazy with it. Okay. Yeah, yo, and shout out to the Beat Miners, DJ Evil D. Shout out DJ Bizarro. Shout out Underground, new sensation, Jux Diamonds coming with it too. So yo, man.
Of course, I know Jux Diamonds. He's been on the radio show before.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yo, me and Jux is working on some stuff. Y'all be tuned, stay in tune for that. We coming with some stuff, man. And there's a bunch of other producers that I'm just not remembering right now, but there's a lot of like anybody that makes that real. Yo, shout out to Dr. Dre. Yo, shout out to my homie name. I can't think of his name right now. He's a West Coast producer too. It'll come to me. But yeah, Dad, he's like down with Dr. Dre, man. I can't be a fan. Don't worry about it. But yo, man, when you met Stan, you got any funny or crazy Stan stories? Any I don't know if you ever really hang out with Stan outside of the barbershop just getting your hair cut.
And it's that dude, I tell you.
He can spit too. I don't know if you ever heard him rhyme.
I heard he spit a few bars for me. He has. Stan is the type of up in the barbershop. He'd always have me dying and laughing. Just over his stories and stuff he would tell me, and I'm like, bruh. It's like, and he even though a lot of the newer stuff on the radio I wouldn't get into, and I would mock him for liking some millennium stuff on the radio, and he would always call me old school. But that's the homies. Like I said, we're from the same part of town. We're out there in Mattawan, 07747, Central Jersey, Monmouth County. But yeah, but Stan is that dude. Like, we just have a good time. Whenever I see him, it's always love. As I said, I ain't seen him in a minute because now I'm in Queens, so I don't get to be out in Jersey as much to get my haircut from him. But Stan had my head spinning.
True. Yeah, man. Shout out Jersey, man. Shout out my Jersey fam out there. Old Bridge, Saraville, Rawway, 07065. Yeah, I went to Rawway Intermediate. I went to Rawway High School, and I also finished the 6th grade at Franklin Elementary up in Rawway.
Oh, nice.
Prison City. I used to, I don't know. I know you probably know Rawway. Maybe.
Of course.
You know where the White Castles is in Rawway?
On Route 1 and 9, yes.
Yeah, I used to live literally maybe 4 blocks down the road from there.
Because but just to let you know, the prison actually isn't in Rawway, East Jersey State Prison. It's actually in Avenel. It just goes up on Rawway Avenue or whatever. But you got but that's why a lot of people say that. That's why they're like, the prison is not in Rawway, it's in Avenel, Woodbridge. But yeah, I know where that is exactly.
You was probably out there when Sylvester Stallone filmed the Lockup movie out there. You remember that?
Yeah.
True.
And Naughty by Nature. They had the hotel on 1 and 9, the motel in the OPP video.
Yeah, man. I had a friend used to actually live in that motel right there. And yeah, that was like 3 blocks away from my crib, right down the road. You know what I'm saying? Well, Ant, you're on the Live from Planet X podcast, and I know you're a history buff too. So I gotta hit you with the Planet X random topic.
Nothing wrong with that.
Open up the vault. Declassified, you get the Great Pyramids.
Nice.
What's your take on the pyramids, man? Like how do you think? I mean, people be saying nobody knows how the pyramids were built. You know what I mean? But what's your take on the pyramids? You being a history buff yourself.
If you go through history and you really look at the pyramids, it shows where calculus started. The way that with the ancient Egyptians out there and the way they were able to build it.
Mm-hmm.
It shows where math, science, and algebra and calculus really got started by the way they did that. It was just and to get inside the pyramids was another thing too, because from what I understand, to get inside the pyramids, it's hard to breathe. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, that's what I think. I think someone had to build those pyramids, and those goes to show that those people out there are very smart, and they're because. When a lot of people come from those countries, from the Middle East, that come to the United States and then come to school, they're like, the school here's a joke, our school system, compared to other countries, because of the amount of work and time that they put in over there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So because there's even in India, there's actually a school called the Indian Institute of Technology. I saw it on an episode of 60 Minutes. And how they start school at 6 in the morning and they only got to 4 in the afternoon. And the thing with it though is that every child from grammar school is trying to get into this college called Indian Institute of Technology. And so when the interviewer asked one of the people being interviewed, what if your son or daughter doesn't get into that school? They'll just go to Harvard or Cornell. Whereas here in the United States, if somebody goes to Harvard or Cornell, we think that they're brilliant. You know what I mean? He said it's nothing. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
but that goes to show that they take education seriously. And it also goes to show, this is why I do believe in formal education, that if a person has an opportunity to go off to college like I did, take the opportunity. But also, you need to have common sense and drive. With common sense and drive, you can do anything. For instance, a young man like yourself, I even told you I didn't know much about Skype. I told you, but I was like, how would you? Like, it's real easy to set up. And then within less than 15 minutes, I called you back. Like, okay, here's how I did it. Thank you.
Yeah. The word is wrong. Planet X, we make it happen, yo. Yo, yeah, the pyramids is one of the great mysteries of the world. And the fact that there's thousands of pyramids all around the world.
They have pyramids in Mexico?
Everywhere. They're all over the place. Like, literally, like, we only know, like, you see, like, the 3, you know, out there in Egypt, but they're, like, that's the main image for them. But yeah, like you said, they're around the world. There are literally thousands, and I'm not even exaggerating. Go ahead and Google that. There are thousands of them around the world. And some people think that, you know, there was ancient aliens or visitors from other planets that came, and they were the ones that influenced that and taught that technology. Some people believe that they could actually, like, some of those bricks weigh tons, and I mean like 20 tons, 30 tons. Some of them weigh 60 tons. A lot of people believe that they had a technology where they were actually just levitating those and moving them into place. What's your take on the whole? What's your whole take on, like, the whole ancient aliens thing?
As I said, again, as far back as science goes, religion then comes into play. Honestly, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised at the same time. Because if we feel that we're the first civilization, how do we know that something else wasn't here before us? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right.
You never know.
True. Yo, you know, you're on the Live from Planet X podcast where we talk hip hop and all things strange and paranormal. So I just gotta ask you, have you ever had a strange or paranormal event, or maybe seen something that was unexplained? Any type of experience you've experienced on the planet?
All I can say is that every day is an experience on planet Earth. And what I mean by this is that we don't know what we're going to count, what we're going to say, what we're going to see. Every day is a new challenge. And we've all gone through something in our lives, but we just can't always disclose that. But I will say this, that I have seen stuff here that I can honestly say that nothing phases me or shocks me anymore.
Right. Now, do you mean things just in our reality realm of what we can see? Or are you talking something more paranormal and unexplained?
I would say more things as far as in our reality as we see it. Yeah, definitely, man. Because, you know, every day, you know, shoot, I walk out the door thinking, yo, is something crazy gonna happen to me? And you know, with the police and everything, you know. So yeah, we definitely live in a strange planet. There's definitely a lot of strange things going on. And I believe there are a lot of evil forces behind the scenes that people be sleeping on that really influence our lives somewhat. But we just got to keep the faith, you know what I mean? Agreed. Always keep the faith.
Absolutely. Now, yo, Anthony, yo, you call yourself all mental. Where'd that come from? Was that just the knowledge building? Like, how did you come up with that name for yourself?
That was part of it, but also too, growing up, because I was always a skinny dude, and I wasn't one for manual labor. My dad said, "The strongest muscle you got was your brain." Get it? All mental.
There you go. All right. Well, yo, tonight on the Live from Planet X podcast, we're gonna test your all mental, right? Impromptu. I'm doing it early. Yo, we're just gonna do it now. So, look, I don't know if you ever watched my podcast on YouTube, but this is where I draw a random shape. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my mental, and I'm gonna focus on the shape, and then I'm gonna try my best to transmit it to your brain.
Okay.
You only get 2 chances, okay? Now, some people said, "Oh, Zai, it's a hoax, it's fixed and all that." So what I'm gonna do, and what I need you to do, all right, this is a blank card. I got a marker. Yo, I want you to close your eyes or look away from the camera
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you when to come back on the camera because I'm gonna show the people the shape first.
All right.
And then I'm gonna hide it, and then I'm gonna tell you when to look, and then I'm gonna So here, let me draw the shape. I don't even want to draw. Hold up. You think so? All right. Don't listen. You can't listen. You can't listen because that'd be like a little sneak peek hint. Hold up. All right, and now your camera froze up, but I know the Skype is recording it right. So now I need you to close your eyes and look away, go off camera because I want to show the people the shape.
Gotcha.
All right, you not looking?
Nope.
All right, check it out, y'all. All right, and
I can come back now.
yeah, you come back now. I'm keeping the. Hold up, and look away for a second. Look away. You looking away?
Yes, I am.
All right, and I'm keeping it in my hand. All right, and now you can look at the camera now.
Okay.
I gotta put my Live from Planet X podcast hat on to help with the signal. All right, now I'm gonna concentrate on this shape, and I'm gonna try to transmit it to you. You only get 2 guesses. From my experience of doing this, don't second guess yourself. All right. So hold up. I'm gonna concentrate on it right now. All right.
You ready for me to tell you what I think it is?
Go ahead. What?
I think it's a rectangle.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen it live on the Planet X podcast. My man Ant got the shape. Yo, everybody's been getting the shape, man. It's crazy. I think we had a couple times where people had to take a second guess, but you got it on the first try. Damn, son. Yo, what do you think about that in our brains? Like they say we only use like 10% of our brains.
Like I said, babe, we only use 10% of our brain. Just imagine what we could do if we use 11% or 12%.
Heck yeah, we'll be like levitating, floating, probably doing teleportation, all kind of stuff.
Yep. Mankind has done some of the most amazing things.
Yep. 2020.
Yeah. Alive
and well, man. You know, we're here right now. It just seems so funny. Like I was born in 74, and this it seems like just yesterday I was a little kid running around. And like the whole fascination with time, man. What's your take on time travel? You think time travel is possible?
As far as I know, we're not Marty McFly saying Back to the Future. But with mankind, you never know anything is possible. We can do anything, we can make anything happen.
Word up. Now check it out. You know, we're on Earth, and Earth, you know, revolves around the sun. Takes 365 days to revolve around the sun. So check it out. If I had some type of spacecraft where I could leave the Earth, go far, far, far away, where time would be going on Earth at a certain speed, like say I just bounce for like 10, 20 years and then come back, a whole bunch of time would have passed on Earth where it would only be like 10 years for me, but then maybe like, I don't know, estimating maybe like 80 years have gone by on Earth.
Yep.
You know? And Einstein's theory of relativity. So yeah, I think it's definitely possible. And like, I'm sure you heard of Area 51, you know, the secret base, and where they might be reverse engineering technology, or it might just be a secret base where they just test secret aircraft and things. But what's your take on the subject of the gray aliens? There's tall grays, short grays, people talking about reptilians, people talking about Nordics and all this. What you think there's other life in the universe that may be visiting the planet? Or on the flip side, what if these mugs is not even visiting the planet? What if they live here under the oceans or under the ground? You think that might be a possibility?
Like I said before, I don't believe it, but yet still you never know. Anything is possible.
And Ant's not gonna believe it till it lands in Washington Square Park.
I don't believe it.
True. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what's up, man. You know, it's live Planet X podcast. I just like to get people's opinions on those things, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
You ever seen like a UFO or anything, or know anybody that might have seen a UFO or heard something?
Everybody will tell you that they've seen, but I never seen. You know?
Okay. True. You might see a UFO. I'm predicting within the next week or two. Be on the lookout.
All right.
True. Yeah, man. We just on a live Planet X podcast. We chop it up with man, All Mental. Yo, All Mental, man. How can the people keep in contact with you and get at you or your social media? Yo, shout out all that out, and I'm gonna put it in the link in the description below this video.
All right. Just reach me on Instagram and Twitter at allmental, ALLMENTAL, and find me on Facebook as Anthony Chin. Yo, that's where it be. I want to say thank you, brother, for having me on your show. It was a pleasure.